And as for me, when we were back in the States after Singapore and all that, I got involved in the team that set up Lens International. But I learned a lot about participation and the process of making decisions and implementing them, that put me in line once we were back in the States and after 3 years in Jamaica and living in Cincinnati, to be in more of a management position, bringing some of those lens and participation skills to the physical therapy departments where I worked. In Santa Rosa, they were pretty skeptical. I was replacing a woman who'd been there for a number of years but only wanted to work part-time and didn't want the management position anymore. So the staff was a little reluctant to get behind this outsider who was coming in with heaven only knows what kind of crazy ideas. So I started with a vision workshop and pulled it together in a chart, and we sort of had that up in front of us all the time and kept checking back on how we were doing on that vision, and followed that with some conversations on what was preventing that vision from coming into being, not actually doing a full contradictions workshop, but trying to get at what were the issues we needed to deal with in order to get on toward that vision. And 6 months later, we did a reflection and discovered that this 5-year vision had all been accomplished in about 6 months. It really turned the staff around and got them to working a lot better as a team, to see that what they could do in 6 months that they thought was never going to happen. And most of it was fairly simple things like flexible schedules, and we never did accomplish hiring additional staff to just do weekends, or getting additional pay for doing weekends. That was a big bone of contention, because in the hospital you've got to be available 7 days a week. So I think it was pretty beneficial experience for all of us.
What was the key? What was the key to that happening? 5-year vision done in 6 months.
Well, I think just having it articulated and out in front of people, this is what we're moving toward, gave them the incentive and the focus on getting that particular thing done. We developed kind of a separate wound care department, and really were state-of-the-art in dealing with diabetic leg wounds, and I don't need to go into all of this, but actually set up a separate department, which later then merged with a nursing department, to become a whole separate, not under physical therapy anymore, spun off into a new cost center as far as the hospital is concerned, and quite successful.
Other stories, what else?